Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
The Cigar and Food, Paul Sony live here in our Bloomberg Interactive Brokers studio, streaming live on YouTube as well. Let's get a sense of what's going on out there with individual stock movers. We do that with Isabel Lee. Isabel, what do you got?
I want to talk about MicroStrategy. I think this is the stock of the day. Shares are down by nearly 2%. The ticker is MSTR. So why are we talking about this? Because today is the annual quarterly rebalance for the S&P 500. And for the first time in a while, or ever actually, MicroStrategy or strategy is being considered as a contender for inclusion in the S&P 500. So you may be wondering why and what changed. So what changed is last quarter, they had a $14 billion unrealized gain, which delivered a profitability requirement that's required for the S&P to include them. So there are a ton of requirements they include, and one of them is for a company to be profitable for the past 4 quarters and the last quarter. So MicroStrategy hit that, and you may have your own opinions, but the fact is that they're now eligible. And S&P, unlike other indexes, injects a little bit more nuance and discretion, but technically, they're eligible.
So that would mean if it's included in the S&P 500, a ton of passive funds would be forced to buy strategy, even though up until now, they may have wanted to hold it at arm's length.
Nearly 50 million shares worth around $16 billion in prices. And that's the cold logic of investing. Vildana Hyrick, my teammate, now my TL, wrote a story about how Vanguard is actually one of the biggest holders of MicroStrategy just because they hold a lot of index funds. So that's good news or not so great, depending on where you stand in the Bitcoin spectrum. But that's something we'll find out at 5:15 today.
It's good news for Michael Saylor.
Yes, definitely.
Karman, what's going on there?
Karman shares are up almost 9%.
What is Karman?
Karman is, I looked it up, it's a holdings company, but they really, through its subsidiaries, they specialize in design, testing, manufacturing of mission-critical systems for emerging missiles and defense and space programs. So you can just bucket it.
Defense company.
Yes, in that defense company sector. So now they have a strong buy rating and street high of $100 from Raymond James. That's their price target. The analyst there said that the business could triple by 2030. The company is the most profitable in the defense ecosystem with margins around double its most profitable peer. So that's really great news. And you see the stock pop by almost 9%. The ticker is KRMN.
All right, Lulu.
This is also exciting. Lululemon shares. Ticker is LULU, Lulu. It's down by almost 20%. That's after the company slashed their outlook. Again, disappointing investors for the third straight quarter. This is the lowest since 2020. And it's hard for them because they have to balance tariff expectations in a difficult consumer environment. And they're really impacted by the de minimis exemption. So this is when a U.S. policy that allows low value shipments under $800 to enter the country. So they really benefited from this. You know, when you order overpriced $100 leggings, which I like, I'm guilty, but they're exempted from that. So now they may not be. So for the full year, Lululemon lowered revenue and EPS outlook.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.